Hey guys, happy Friday. Do the obligatory mic check. You guys hear okay? I can reset in the whisper, Berlin. So we've got a really exciting stream, I think, today. Again, thanks to our man Nick for hooking us up with the ability to be able to stream live for you guys. We were working on recordings and putting all that stuff together, but then we're able to put together or get access to the live stream, which I think certainly gives you guys a much bigger idea or much better idea of what's happening. So hopefully, not too much lag on the stream. We're gonna have Nick on, so we're gonna flip over to him in just a minute. But we've got Nick on to discuss with us, and then we're going to go through MM21 Overdrive and gameplay. So hopefully this will be interesting for you guys. And remember, all this stuff is work in progress. I may need to put still not the final release that we have yet. But certainly, if there's lag that you see here, it's almost definitely coming from just the stream and not from the gameplay. Everything that I've played so far, everything is nice and smooth, which is what we want. And once we get into it a little bit, then we'll start rolling some giveaways. And again, apologize for me being about 5 or 6 minutes late from the later stream today. We were trying to make sure Nick's stuff was all on, and I was having some technical difficulties on my side getting the cameras and everything set up. But all right, let's swap over and let's bring on our main CM, Nick. Hey Nick.
Hey everybody. How are you?
So glad to have you on, man. Thanks for joining the stream, and again, thanks for the access on being able to live stream OD. I think that helps, especially with that sort of a fast-paced game mode. Really helps us be able to kind of see how the gameplay is. Where are you getting the echo, MM Mark? From Nick? Yeah, it's because Melligator was blowing us up with dog pics. They like the pics of the dog. We got a new puppy, Nick, not too long ago, about 12 weeks ago. And so the little guy there is always a favorite for people to pop on the screen.
Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. I remember actually you telling me you were going to get that. Because I think I was trying to get you to stream the day you went to go pick it up or something, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we were heading up to. Yeah, we drove up to Ohio to get that thing. And I was in the hotel room when you're like, yeah, let's stream. Yeah, I think I figured out what the echo is. So let me know if that's better.
Yeah, I think I muted you because we're using two different things here. I muted you on my end as well, just in case it was me.
Yeah, we got Zoom and Skype rolling here.
But yeah, thanks for having me on. I hope everybody has enjoyed the gameplay we've done so far. Carlton went through a bunch of different stuff yesterday. We're going to do some more Overdrive here. Try to get into all different, phases of the new app and Madden NFL 21 mobile. And then, do something fun. Maybe give away some things. I know I mentioned 2 million training points, so maybe that'll come around. Who knows?
Oh, wow. We'll figure it out. Yeah, that'd be pretty slick. That 2 million training points, that's always a nice... I need about 6 million training points. So I got my shake. So it's always lunch with Vol, so the question always is what I'm drinking. So I've got my, this is a strawberry protein shake today.
Oh, that sounds good. I have to get some lunch at some point here. I am finishing up a MOTD for Monday that I kind of teased on the stream yesterday, so trying to get that done. And then I got some reporting to do, but I'm excited for Monday. We're going to have a nice little stream there, kind of have a wrap-up of Season 6, talk about some of the stuff for Madden Mobile, and then really start getting into Madden NFL 21 Mobile Season 7 later in the week.
Very cool. So let's jump in maybe and start talking a little bit about OD. I know Carlton and Noob, you guys got to see quite a bit of gameplay yesterday, got to see some of the mechanics, but we'll kind of go back through some of that. I think we can look at some of the sets, and is that correct, Nick? We can take a look at the sets, makeup, and team building?
You can peek at whatever you'd like in this build.
So let's jump in and take a look at Overdrive. So one of the first things, you guys have seen a little bit of this, hints, different leaks that have come out from other people posting on Reddit and things like that. But as you know, we've said it multiple times. Thanks for the raid, Josh. And thanks for the cheer, D-Man. But you guys have seen how there's no more captains, right? So we don't have to worry about the captain configurations or leveling up those captains. And we pick the scheme now based on just our scheme management screen. And, this is something that we kind of hinted at on the stream, whether this is questions that come up, about the scheme or this select scoring bonus option that was here. And I don't think that's been really shown much yet. But, that this is one of the key mechanic differences in Overdrive this year. So it's not just about the captains being gone, but we now actually choose our scheme, and then once we choose our scheme, we can pick select scoring bonus, and this now gives us a full menu of items that we can choose in order to determine which points do we want, which OD clock do we want, and which challenge do we actually want to try to have to beat in order to get our scheme or scoring bonus. And so this, I think, is really, Combine says here, epic, and I agree with that. I think this is absolutely epic. I think being able to go in and change as the game changes, as the different metas come out, players get more difficult, then certainly you can see the range of things here we have with West Coast. So we've got 50 points for 4 receptions of 8+ yards, and that will give us a 14-second OD clock. If you want to jump up to 200 point bonus, obviously that's going to give us more points. And same sort of thing that we've seen over the last 2 years is we have the higher points goes with a higher OD clock or a longer OD clock. And that's what we see here. 200 points, 17-second clock, and you've got to get 250 total passing yards, right? So that challenge goes up in that regard also. And again, really cool though, I think that we can choose that range. We can choose exactly what we want to do versus how we want to play the game, rather than which captain we happen to have unlocked at that particular time. If we swap over and look at spread, we can see some of the options that we have with spread. You guys have seen the 20+ rush yards with QBs because that's been on all the screenshots. But what we have on the, up to the 200 point mark is we have one rush of 35 yards, and that's going to be our 200 points with the 17-second clock. So again, nice options that we have here. We can rush with the QBs if we pick up a fast QB. We can get total rushing yards if we're confident with our running and who we're up against. Or we can move it to where, we're going to 6 PA type plays, which is similar to what we had with Landry in this previous season, but they made it just a little bit challenging, a little bit more challenging. It doesn't seem like those 2 extra PA plays would be that tough, but sometimes you get lost in the game trying to pass challenges, and you forget that you've not gotten your captain bonus yet. You need to get those final 2 or 3 plays off before the end of the match.
So do you like these changes? Like, are you happy with how you're able to kind of select your scheme and the bonus, and do you feel like the flexibility helps you as a player?
Yeah, personally, absolutely. I think this is one of my favorite things that I've seen on the OD side of things. I know we've talked a bit about how, it's been mentioned that OD is taking a bit of a back seat, but I see that a little bit, in terms of, just in terms of being forced to play it, right? If you don't want to play it, you don't have to necessarily in MM21, but I think the game mode still is fun to play, and I think this relaxing some of these things like this, I think will actually make it where more people may actually jump in and play that mode, to be honest.
That's the goal, right? I think it was a very elitist setup before, where you had to play a lot of Overdrive to unlock captains, unlock coaches, and then if you wanted to ever switch out and try to do something different, it required in a lot of currencies to clipboards, whistles, whatever, to upgrade those. So I think now with the changes being made by Dev here, the idea is to open it up to more people. With you have the ability to change your scheme, change your coach, change your scoring bonus, change your tactics, change all of that with the flip of a switch, so that if you want to try something different, it doesn't take you a long time to do so. And then also giving you the opportunity to kind of be more flexible. If you just want to try different plays out, you're not having good luck with vert, you want to try spread or whatever. They watch your stream a lot. They're like, I want to be spread now. Maybe they have the ability to kind of do that, as opposed to before, where it just would have taken an innumerable amount of resources and things to do that. So I'm glad that you feel that way, because that's definitely the goal. And I don't know if you guys remember this, but I would definitely take a look at the stream again, because Jeff came on. He said that we're going to do some fun things throughout the year with scoring, and I think, Bowles, we've talked about this in the Game Changer chat excuse me, where we're going to kind of switch it up at certain times, maybe on weekends or something where we do, running's worth more or whatever we may do. There's going to be some scoring changes here and there to kind of keep things fun and unique.
Yeah, and I love that. If that happens, and that'll certainly be, obviously I've been a vocal proponent of that sort of thing, but really I think that just helps keep it fresh, right? And again, changes the strategy. So one coach might be working really well for a while because of this scoring setup, and then you change a little bit of the scoring, change a little bit of the dynamics of the game, and then now a different coach maybe is one that you want to pop in and play with, or you need to swap out and play with a different scheme even, right? Something that gives you a little more ability to run. I mean, I think it really does just allow that flexibility, and I think that's what will help. Again, I don't think any of these changes at all hurt Overdrive. I think it actually will help people be able to get into Overdrive and play that mode more, to be honest. So here on the screen we've got Smash Mouth up. So those that are using the Smash Mouth scheme, you can see the 50 points you have is pretty easy. 4 times run plays that we have. Our 200 point bonus that you have is 125 total rushing yards, and again that's going to get you your 17-second clock. But hopefully you guys can see that that screen pretty good there. And then finally we have Vert. So vertical, we've got again some nice options. We've got the 50 points, 100 total passing yards, which is pretty easy for a vert player. 4 receptions of 12 yards plus, also, which is pretty easy. And then up to our 200 points, which is 12 long pass play types and a 17-second clock. So 12 long pass play types is there in that for that particular scoring bonus. As with some of the other ones, you're going to have to make a sacrifice probably on maybe throwing over top of a coaching challenge and choosing whether you want to take the points, try to score and give the opponent points or whatever. So there's some nice choices that are there, and I love. That's the part about Overdrive that I really have liked over the last 2 years is that added strategy, not just about the team building, not just about picking plays and picking the right plays, but it's also understanding the coaches and the captains and how all this stuff plays together to be successful in that game mode. So that really leads us into, because we're talking about these trade-offs that you have to have with OD. And so I think this really leads us into one of the cool things that, again, was kind of hinted at on your stream, Nick, when you showed the screenshots, first of all, of one of the coaches. And when you showed that screenshot that had this shot right here of John Harbaugh, which is live now. But the thing that was there is you had the offense that had numbers on them, right? And so we asked on the stream, whether or not was that intentional or was that just holdover from where things are being developed out. Thanks for the gifted sub, Mel. Appreciate it, man. But what we see in this new meta of OD is now the offensive tactics now actually issue pressures to your opponent. And so this, I think, is a major game changer in terms of being able to use these offensive boosts. Before, I completely ignored every offensive boost except maybe Lynn's occasionally with the +2 wide receiver bonus. But in this case now, not only when you fire this do you get the offensive boost, but your opponent is going to see a pressure. Hey, Fred, thanks for the cheer. And guys, remember, Stream Boss is up right now too. So I've gotten the time, the random time from the Stream Boss. So when that ends, I'll notify in the chat, and then whoever is up as the Stream Boss at that point will be Stream Boss for next week. So Fred's back up on the board. So you got to come and take it away from Fred. No, so whistles aren't there anymore, right? We don't have that currency for upgrading the coaches anymore. You can see all of these guys are already, even though they list out as 1. When they start out, the bonuses that we have there, you'll see, if you can see that hopefully on the screen, but they're 95, 115 point bonuses, right? So they're maxed, or the highest bonuses that we can get, and all the plays that we have for each of these coaches, each of them have 5 plays that you can unlock. Or that are unlocked automatically, that will then give you access to those plays in your playbook, whether it's in Arena, LVL, or OD. But you don't have to worry about unlocking these things at this time. Now, that's not to say that things can't be added to the coaches in the future and more coaches down the pipeline. I'm sure these guys have some major things planned for that sort of thing. But when you start out, there's no currency you have to earn to upgrade these specifically at this point. And you can see there are whistles still in the game, and whether or not those are going to be used, or whether that's just in the in the release that we have right now. But we'll see probably in the future how those are going to be used. Harbaugh's not bad. Harbaugh's playbook. S-Man says Harbaugh's playbook is disgusting. But I don't know that PA Smash. If you mean disgusting, maybe in like a nasty, could be really awesome way, because Salem is stout and PA Smash is stout also. Thanks for the gifted sub, Mel. Appreciate it.
There's definitely some stuff to come for sure, and I don't believe this is the final layout for everything here, and I think some of this will be changed when it comes out. I got to talk to Jeff again on some of this, and I can get some more clarity on exactly the further direction of Overdrive and how some of that's going to work. But yeah, it's definitely a cool system. I'm really excited. The offensive boosts is something we talked about, I know, months ago, when we had the original conversations about it,
Yep.
and whether it's something you would like to see, and what I know we talked about how some coaches were just completely ignored, specifically, like you said, because of you only could use certain captains and coaches based on their boosts, and other ones were super irrelevant because the meta wasn't there and all that. So hopefully this is something we addressed, and giving some more coaches some opportunities to be used, and giving them some abilities and tactics that are useful. So obviously these things can be adjusted. I think we adjusted a lot of captains last year. If we felt they were too strong or too weak, we tried to mess around. We have a lot of data. Obviously we're not doing captains this year, but with coaches we'll have the same sort of scope, where if something is too good or is performing too poorly, we can definitely change it. And no, you don't have to unlock coaches. Everything is here.
Yeah, come on. We're going to go through some of the sets a little bit here on how you team build, and I was trying to focus a little bit on the context of OD, but we'll go through those sets also, so you guys can see that. And thanks for the cheer, Josh. Appreciate it, man. But certainly, like in this case, this is right now. I've got Kyle Shanahan activated, and what I'm showing here is he's got 6 different defensive pressures, or 6 different defensive tactics that you can fire. All would be run pressures for your opponent. But usually we would have just fired those 6 run pressures, and we would have completely ignored that offensive set. But now, because this offensive set is going to fire these challenges, now this actually could be useful, because he's got lead the way and major lead the way tactics, which are going to provide significant boosts to our offensive line for run blocking. Which still in Overdrive, being able to pass those run challenges is going to be a big part of whether or not you can win the match, right? And so now you don't have to sacrifice necessarily points for getting this offensive boost that can potentially help you pass these run challenges then that your opponent might be firing at you. So again, really, really excited about that. That's one of the scheme select stuff, and the way the rules are selected, I think is absolutely awesome. And the points for offensive tactics and pressures being fired for those, I think is absolutely awesome. I think it changes up the whole way we play Overdrive, to be honest. So I don't know the thoughts. I mean, what are you guys' thoughts from the inside, Nick, on the OD changes? You guys happy with the way things look right now?
Yeah, I mean, Jeff spends a lot of time on this kind of thing. Obviously, Overdrive is something that we talk about a lot. Um, we see what people say one way or the other. So whether it's about Overdrive or power or what they want removed or whatever. So like obviously we're not blind. We see everything being said. So we try to take things. We take a step back and look at the mode entirely, and what is and what isn't working, and what can we do to try to address some of the things that are being said by our core community, which are generally the people that we speak to the most. I speak to the most. So when it comes to Overdrive, I don't think we wanted to get rid of the mode entirely, because it's fun. It's inherently a good time, and I think similar to what you said, where if it's not forced on people, I think more people would actually be drawn to the mode, and especially now that we've opened it up, where you can pick a lot of different ways to play it, more people will get into it. And then as the rewards, come down, we'll see how it works throughout the season, and if we need to tweak anything, and stuff like that. So not to get too off topic in that sense, where like we like Overdrive. It's obviously an important mode to us. It's something we enjoy playing, even as a group. There's a lot of devs on the team that are very good at it. That really we enjoy playing against each other. We have some fun with it. So I think it's always been a fun and interactive mode. It's fast to fun. It's quick. It's 3 minutes to me is a good amount of time. I know that's not for everybody, but I like the time, and I like how interactive and fun it is, moving up and down the field, things like that. Where we have our own issues that needed to be addressed, but overall, I always thought it was a fun and enjoyable mode. So hopefully, with some of the changes made this year, where I think we just made it more accessible and more fun and quicker and easier to access. I think that was always the goal with our changes. was just to make it more fun and interesting, easier to play, not forced, and hopefully it encourages people to play the mode now that they can do it whether they want to or not.
Yeah, thanks for the cheer, D man. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and again, the you can see the rewards there. We've got some questions about the rewards for Overdrive, and again, the way it's talked about is a little bit of a back seat, but you can see the rewards there on the screen right now. You can see where I am right now, just on the bronze 3 side of things. Right, you've got a silver player, 500 coins, 20 XP, and 30 of the what was it, dust? Is that the right terminology?
It's dust, dust. Yeah.
And so you can see those rewards there that you're going to get, and that's from when you win these matches. So you're picking up stuff. It's not necessarily just from the claimed packs, I don't think. Correct? That's on a per win basis. Yeah.
You'll get those. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have any? I guess the question is, do you have any information about once you get to Hall of Fame, you stay Hall of Fame, is what Jeff had mentioned. So
correct.
And obviously we've not grinded to that point and played up to that level. So I guess the rewards then also are increasing as we get to Hall of Fame.
They will scale.
Yeah. Okay.
They will scale appropriately, and we're really hoping this also helps with matchmaking, where sometimes, especially on some of these resets, you would kind of play somebody that had just started while you were a higher rank or whatever. So
yeah,
we're hoping that with the season long, year long, for lack of a better word, leaderboard season, where you'll just keep playing, and hopefully it'll help with the matchmaking and encourage you to play people that are at your tier or at your skill level. And again, I don't want to pretend like all of this is concrete or set in stone. Like, we're trying something new with Overdrive, and we'll take a look at it. And if Jeff sees something he likes or doesn't like, we'll adjust. And if it means increasing the rewards because you guys feel they aren't fair for Hall of Fame after you spent a lot of time getting there, we'll look at that. I think we've done that or shown the capability of doing that on a number of different occasions. I know we try to fix things that go awry all the time, but also if a game changer or the community brings up a point where this isn't acceptable, this isn't fun, we want to try to talk about changing this. I think the devs and myself have tried to show a responsibility and to listening and then working on it and try to make it better. So if there's something we don't like as a community, we'll report it to dev and talk about it. This is an experience, this is a journey for everybody here. So we're trying something new. Let's work through it, and if there's anything that we need to change, we will.
Yeah, and that's one thing over the last 2 years. SPP, I'm trying to find your message here. I mean, over the last 2 years, it really has been one of the best things, too, is that, I mean, that's the most flexibility I think we've seen in terms of the team being able to get feedback and then make adjustments on things. And obviously not everything is easy enough to be able to make a quick 1 or 2 day adjustment on and then get it rolled back out to the community, right? Difference between just sending out an update versus having to do like a whole app release through the App Store makes a big difference in the type of content. But really that I think has been one of the best things over the last 2 years, is being able to take that community feedback and really get it rolled into the game as the season progresses, right? It's not something we have to wait generally till the end of the season for something to be implemented. And I think that's really been a game changer from that front too. So SPP is asking, has there been a discussion about more FO items to augment Overdrive? Would be nice to see fan boost, etc. So he's hearkening back to like the old school head-to-head days where we had HSD was a fan of the he had the full fan booster, so that as you if you got that fan booster, then obviously it gave you a percentage increase in the number of fans you earned per win. So he's asking if there's any sort of I think we lost Nick there. Let's see. I'll try to get him back here. I'll try to get the other questions. I'll try to get Nick back also. Let's go ahead and maybe try to get up a giveaway too. Give me just a second. Let me try to get Nick back though. Nick, can you still hear me? Can you hear me, Nick?
Yeah, I lost you there.
Yeah, that's all right.
Zoom ended.
Yeah, I saw that Zoom ended because the host was gone. I'm pulling you back in right now. Give me just a second.
So weird. I'm the host. I don't know.
working on getting him back, guys. Give me just a second. All right, so hopefully there we go. You're back.
There we go.
That's funny.
Okay. I was worried. He asked me a hard question, so I had to quit out.
That's right. Pull the chute. Pull the chute.
Yeah, to make sure that I don't remember the question anymore, so I'm not sure what I was trying to accomplish. But yeah, there's I don't know if the boosters. I'll have to get in because I have a whole stream about power and boosts coming, so I don't know if I want to get too much into it. But if there is anything along those lines, I will find out and get them to you. So I'm not going to spoil it yet because I do have some things I want to talk about with those. But well, I'll look into the overdrive things and whatnot.
Yeah, so there you go, SBP. Sorry I'm behind on getting the highlighted messages. So there, Fred had asked about what was underneath the rewards button. So there you can see it doesn't give you the full breakdown currently. It just shows you how many fans, and it shows you what coins that you're going to get there. Thanks for the gifted sub, Mel. Appreciate it. Thanks, D-Man. But again, you can see then just that coin increase that you have, and that's one thing too. It seems like to me in this release is that it's I feel like I'm getting good amount of coins out of events and things like that, which is really nice. Sometimes I felt like early in the seasons that was a little bit light, but it seems like out of events and things, the number of coins have been solid. So let's you want to try to roll a giveaway? We've been on for about 30 minutes or so.
Yeah, let's do it. Sorry, I getting pinged about some stuff.
Oh, that's all right.
So I was answering. Yeah, let's roll a giveaway.
All right, so this will be for our norm for up to a 100 overall quest player. So let's make it. You guys know I always like to celebrate the day, so let's make it TGIF. The giveaway right now, TGIF is
we're giving away
live.
Players. We're giving away 2 million TP goals. That's what we're doing.
Oh wow! Oh man, that's amazing.
We're giving away 2 million TP. I don't know why you're trying to give away players.
All right, correction, man. This is then for 2 million TP. I should have made the keyword Nick then.
No, TGIF is fine.
Yeah, I usually start mine with a celebration of the day. We've survived another week. So TGIF, guys, and this is for 2 million TP. 2 million training points, and I'm sure almost everybody could use that. So G the Goat has asked, he's also asking about league rewards, and I'm sure you probably want to cover some of that maybe a little bit later too, but there are some things buried in there. I don't know if you want to get into those in here or not.
Sorry, what was that?
League. Sorry, Nick. Yeah, it's league rewards. He was asking about league rewards and whether we've got some improvements there. I didn't know if you wanted to get into that in here or not.
League's a tough one because I've avoided that for the most part. So I don't really have a ton of reward information for you there. I don't think there's any monumental changes to league, the structure yet. And I've said that, and I've tried to say that in a way where yet is the word that you should highlight word. There. So what I would look for in league is a pretty standard experience when you get into the app on the 6th, and then just form up, get with everybody, start playing and everything. I think you saw Carlton and Noob were messing around in it yesterday. It's a pretty similar format. I would look for it to be the same in a lot of ways, and then as we get further into the season, hopefully there'll be some things that you'll want to see, but I can't make any guarantees or anything like that. But I just think from what I've been told and everything that's planned, you may just be a little patient on the league front, because we kind of focus on some of the other competitive modes and how we did Overdrive, obviously, and like Arena is somewhat similar as well. But we're trying to revamp some of those rewards with incorporating boosts there. I know Matante, if you heard him come on, talking about battery packs, things like that, where if you play competitive modes, you have boosts that come out of that specifically, and it's the quickest path towards those boosts. So we're trying to reward people playing competitive by giving them the quickest path towards boosts and things like that. So I would just be a little patient. It does matter. Like, I don't want you to think we've forgotten about it or anything like that. It's just one of the things where I think it definitely needs some love in a lot of ways, and even as of recently, we're talking to Vols and Carlton about some of the things that we want to do that hopefully you will see on release. So, and some of those are pretty good Vols. Don't say what they are, but you saw the conversations we have. They're pretty good, right?
No, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm excited, and even like I said, the league stuff that's there right now. And again, I won't get into too much. I'll save it for later. But there are updates to like the league store and things like that with different content, and that's the key thing there. There's been some confusion I've seen on like the forums about battery packs versus the tablets versus the briefcases. And so, those really, we can probably identify what those do or what those are. But like the briefcases are used, like what we use now for like the front office items that boost like our stamina, our daily stamina rewards, or the percentages that we get from stamina, TP, XP that we get from each of the dailies. And, that's the briefcases are used to trade in for those sorts of things. Then you have the tablets, and the tablets are used for for the some of the strategic things that you have in terms of boosters and reducers, right? So those are back as well, and so the tablets are going to be used with that, but they look like a battery pack. They've got a plus and a minus in the upper corners of them, but they're really a tablet. Somebody was disappointed the other day because they said they got rid of clipboards. It's like, well, no, it's a tablet now, but it's got a plus and a minus on on the corners. And then we have the battery packs, which are used for other purposes, right?
Yeah, all of that should be used in competitive, and making it so that you can unlock things and whatnot. So I'll get some more context on those rewards. Matante did give a brief breakdown, but I think once we get closer to the app, things will start to become more clear. And then obviously you have access, so you can kind of see how things are going and in the progression and the way it's going to work as well, which is helpful. So rely on some of my streamers to show off the things in person, because I can explain them all day, but it's good for them to visualize and see it. So
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited to see some of the changes that we will implement to the competitive landscape. Obviously, Overdrive being the biggest one with how we did it, its format, but there's still some other things coming as far as rewards and how you access things, as far as boosts and reducers, and even in the league space. Hopefully, we'll see some more things that you guys and players and users enjoy.
And thanks for the follow, Dedrick, and thanks for the cheer, D-Man. But there you guys can see the leaderboard here. Again, there's still going to be a leaderboard in OD, right? It's just going to be a season-long leaderboard. Again, the way that I kind of think of it, it seems like to me that it's going to be like head-to-head was, 3 years ago, right? 4 years ago, where there was just one long season all year long, and you just grinded, right? And you grinded and you grinded. And that's the kind of thing there that I think that the leaderboard here is going to show, is going to be that long-term sort of grind. It's not going to be a 2-week season where everything rotates, but it'll just be, that long-term play that then you get to be crowned the king towards the end of it, or queen as it may be. You get to be crowned at the end as being the number one player, based on the fans that you've accumulated throughout the entire season.
Yep, that's correct.
And now, Trubs, I think right now the leaderboard still is just the top 100. I don't think we have anything more than the top 100.
I think you're right. You might be able to look, but not 100% sure. I think that's it.
Yeah, it looks like it's the top 100. So, and that's all we'd be able to see. But you'll be able to see your rank. So maybe we can do some things on the forums too, where people can live update past the 200 mark, kind of thing. That'd be something that we might be able to do, which might be pretty cool. But maybe let's roll that giveaway. Maybe people want that 2 million TP.
Yeah, let's do that. I do have to get out of here at some point.
Yeah, man. No, whenever you need to. Whenever you need to, that's fine. I can go ahead and jump in the live. Do you need to be on while I'm playing, or that's okay? I can.
No, I'll probably leave you guys to play. It's the same with Carlton. Like, he starts getting into playbooks, and I'm just sitting there while he's explaining these high-level football concepts. I'm like, I probably shouldn't be here anymore. I think my presence is not valued or used anymore. I'm just gonna slide out.
I said, man, pull the
giveaway, make some noise, and leave.
Pull the chute.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so let's roll the giveaway, guys. This is for 2 million TP. Thank you very much, Nick, for the giveaway. But here we go. We're gonna roll that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Manish has won. So Manish has been following since May 29th, and also is a sub. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate the sub. Hopefully you can use 2 million TP, and I will get that. I will get that sprout right now.
Lita won on Vols and Lita won on Carlton stream. Then he goes into Noob stream and wins over there.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, I had to re-roll it. I couldn't let him have like 5 million TP.
No,
I had to re-roll it, but
that's a lot.
I couldn't believe it. He won on both streams in the same night. He was following me. I don't know what happened. I think people know.
Lita's been lucky on the streams, man. He's won in here a couple times too.
Yeah, crazy.
And again, these aren't rigged bots, man. We're using like giveaway bots that are used by like thousands of other people.
Yeah, it's so wild the way it works out. All right, let's roll one more, and then I'm getting out of here.
What are we rolling for?
Same thing.
Oh man! All right, guys, another 2 million TP. Let's pay homage to Nick on this one. Let's put the giveaway back up to see who stayed on the chat. So Nick in the chat right now, N-I-C-K, Nick in the chat for 2 million TP, N-I-C-K. That's awesome, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course.
So N-I-C-K in the chat. Get those in. We're going to roll this one quick. And then we'll hit the gameplay. TP5908 says, I mean the keyword should be GOAT. Nick the GOAT.
The gameplay is fun. I will say that. I do like it. Like, it's been good. I feel like I'm a biased source of information, but regardless, it's clean and crisp. But hopefully you got to see it. I know sometimes it doesn't translate well on streams, but Carlton was messing around, Noob was messing around. Like, it feels good to play. The players aren't great right away, but
oh yeah, this is going to be like a battle of like 64 overall OD players. So I mean, you're not going to see any sort of epic balling out or anything. But
no, especially coming from where we were in this current season, and the way the app is going right until the new season, people are going to be playing, until they get the new. They're going to be going from running around the field like the Flash to now having to go back to guys running in quicksand. So I'm curious to see how they feel.
Oh, it makes a difference, man. There's always a slowdown as you gear down. Him TP saying the GOAT made me think of there's a inside some of the other community side of it, where we hang out. There's a thing that goes through. They always say hashtag blame Vol when stuff goes wrong with the game. And so somebody screwed up when they were typing, and so instead of being scapegoat, they said it was the escape goat. So we always joke that it's hashtag blame Vol and that I'm the #1 escape goat. All right, so let's roll that. N-I-C-K in the chat. 2 million TP on the line, rolling right now. Lucas Valor 04, following since June 17th, man. Thanks for the follow. And I will get that whisper out to you right now.
Oh boy, you got people clamoring for gameplay polls.
Yeah, man, it's coming. That's what's next. That is what's next. I'm excited to jump in and show him gameplay, man. I've been stoked about it. It's been fun.
Yeah, I'm really glad everybody's been able to stream. I'm gonna try to hop on the other two this weekend, see if I can get on a Noob stream or a Vol stream, I've done that twice now. A Noob stream or a Logic stream. Try to go on everybody this week again. I try to do that every couple of weeks where I just visit.
No, that's good. I think it's cool.
Hello. Throw out some giveaways.
Yeah, Noob and Logic's much heavier hitters than me.
yeah, we're gonna have to see if we can have some fun over there, and whatnot. So yeah, Lita, of course you'll be there. Yeah, of course. I'm sure there'll be a giveaway that you'll win over there. With that said, I'll probably step out. I got to finish a couple of things. I got an MOTD to wrap up for Monday that you guys would definitely be interested in seeing. Nothing super crazy. It's just like a community thing that I've wanted to do for a while. So I've set it all up. I'm ready to go. So hopefully I'll have a stream about that on Monday and then do something else down the line as well before the new app launches. So I'm pretty excited. I'm thinking for the Logic stream, we eat some cereal. Who knows? Over the weekend, we'll figure it out. But
yeah, for Logic's got to get the Sour Patch Kids cereal for Logic's.
He loves it. He loves those crazy sugar cereals from America. It's so funny. But yeah, I'll step out of here. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your weekend or enjoy the weekend anyway. And Bulls, if you have any other questions, you know where to find me. Same with you guys, Reddit, Discord, my head. So
appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out and thanks for the giveaways.
Yeah, of course.
Have a good weekend.
Hey, everybody.
All right.